So we haven't. We hope to come back in January, and I think this format, Buttercream Conversations, it sounds like it's about food. It's not about food. The reason why it's called Buttercream Conversations is because I'm buttercream based. Everyone basically in social media originally knew me for my cupcake company, Gina's Cupcakes, and from that book was born. Little Gina Bakes Cupcakes with Mommy. As you know, I went on tour with AI. So everyone knows me from the cake, from Cupcakes. So my show is named Buttercream Conversations because I'm living my buttercream dreams, doing all these amazing things, the radio show, the
I like that, living my buttercream dreams. I love that.
Yeah, buttercream dreams. So this is why I named the show that, because it's the sweetness. It's the sweet spot in my life.
Right.
So I always associate me
That's good.
to my business, but I want them also to know that there are different parts to me. I'm not just Cupcakes. I'm not just a published author. I'm not just a host and a speaker. I'm a wealth of things, and I want people to know me for that. So that's why there's a play on the name Buttercream Conversations. When we come back in January, hopefully we're coming back maybe the second week of January. When we come back in January, we're going to have a totally new format for the show. I'm going to be doing it kind of like what we're doing now. I'm going to be having guests in versus people just typing in the chat. So I'm really excited about that. I'm excited about all the things that the Lord has pushed me to do.
Isn't that awesome? You know, yeah, Jesus is our sweet spot, right?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
He is the cream in our cupcake. He is the icing on the cake. I don't know what to do without it. He's just amazing where we have faith in him and just trust in him, right, Regina? And it's hear, believe, obey. You know, we can hear all we want to hear, but we got to be doers, right? So when he opens the doors, we got to say yes to be blessed, right? So
you got to say yes to be blessed. Everybody put in the hashtag yes. Let me put that in the chat. I love that.
Oh, yeah. Well, if anybody goes onto my Instagram, there's a lot of things that I pray about everything on Instagram. I don't like to copy whatever, and there's a lot of stuff there. And I just put it up there. Jesus gives me these things, so that's a good one right there. Got to say yes to be blessed. So we are at our half break point here. We'll just take a little bit of break. I literally pray before my guests come on for a song. And this song is called Greater. And I'm going to play it, and hopefully it still works right here. I'm going to play it for you guys. It's by Mercy Me. And sing along if you want. Even though we don't sing, Regina, we can sing, okay? Because Jesus only sees our heart. He only sees our heart, right? So we can sing even though we don't sound good. Jesus doesn't hear that. He hears our heart. So here we go.
Bring your time, bring your shame.
I'm going to play drums.
Bring your guilt, bring your pain. Don't you know that's not your name?
I'm going to sing anyway.
You will always be much more to me.
I love this. Have you heard the song?
Every day I was the voices that keep telling me I'm not right. But that's alright, 'cause I hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. When others say I'll never be enough. Woo! And greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. Come on, you guys. Greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world.
Listen to these words.
Bring your doubt.
Bring your doubts.
Bring your faith.
Bring your fears.
Bring your hurt.
Bring your hurt. Bring your tears.
There'll be
No condemnation here. Woo!
You are holy, righteous, and redeemed. Every time I fall, the voices wanna call me a mistake. But that's okay, 'cause I hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. When
are singing. Okay, listen to this. It gets really good here. Every day's mine, lose no battle. Grace says it doesn't matter, cause the cross already won the war. He's greater, he's greater. I've been learning to run freely. He's how he sees me. Loving more and more. He's greater, he's greater. Lose no battle. Grace says it doesn't matter, cause the cross already won the war. He's greater. I've been learning to run freely. Understand just how he sees me. Hear a voice and he calls me redeemed. When others say I'll never be enough, right? But greater is the one living inside of me than he who is living in the world. Greater is the one living inside of me, inside of you. He's living in the world. I lose the battle. Grace says it doesn't matter. The cross already won the war. He's greater. He's greater. I've been learning to run freely. Understand just how he sees me. Loving more and more. Living in the world. You love that song? I just get all excited. I mean, I can't. I'm sorry I'm singing. I don't know. I'm not sorry. Sorry, not sorry. You know?
Sorry, not sorry.
Right? But isn't that great? It's like no matter what anybody says, it's okay because God sees us in a certain way. He sees us. And that's what I pray in when my daughter's out of her room. I pray in her bed. I pray in her pillow for her dreams. I pray in her mirror for her to see her, how God sees her. Right?
Yes.
You know, Regina, this is a great segue to talk about what you did before you are where you are now. Tell our listeners about that, about where you were, which totally blows my mind, in that workplace before you leaped and trusted God into this entrepreneur type work and blessings that you have now because you were obedient and listened to God. Tell us before that and what voices or what people told you and the naysayers. Share that.
Well, you know what? I did not allow any naysayers. Before I took my leap and didn't look, I worked for Superior Court, a government agency here in the Los Angeles area for 25 years.
Woo! Let's just stop there a minute. 25 years working for the courthouse. Your person, I can't even imagine, Regina. I can't, okay? I'm just going to like drop the mic and drop the phone or whatever you're supposed to drop because I can't see you like in a cubicle, like anything. Like, tell me about that. I would love to have been sitting next to you.
Like a lot of people like 25 years. Like,
turn this up.
Yes, I worked 25 years for Superior Court. I worked a couple different courts, a couple different departments. And what that was like for me working for Superior Court, you know, I went to college, but I did not graduate from college. I've gone to Cal State Dominguez. I've gone to every JC in the city, but I have yet to graduate. And for some people, they may feel bad about it. I don't.
No, because that wasn't what you were supposed to be doing anyway. But you still learned from those lessons, and it's not like that knowledge got wasted.
There you go. There you go. I learned from all those lessons. Even though I did not graduate, I did not have a degree. That is something that I have not accomplished.
We got a Jesus degree.
There you go, Kelly. And really, I have no desire for that. You know, for my children, it's a different thing. But for myself, I don't have a desire for that. But me working for Superior Court for 25 years, that was not my dream position. And I don't want to badmouth Superior Court at all because I cannot badmouth Superior Court. They took care of me and my family for 25 years. It was what I needed at the time. But the entire time that I was at Superior Court, Kelly, I knew that there was more inside of me. I knew that there was more that I could be doing than sitting in a cubicle, than saying, next in line, please. than saying, sign right here on the highlighted line. Let's go to courtroom XYZ. I knew that there was more that I could be doing. But thank you, Calvin, for joining. But I did not know how to take the leap. I didn't know how to take the leap.
Well, Gina, tell us a little bit about, because a lot of people in LA and whatever know you, and you guys on here, you'll have to go follow Regina Clayton, and my daughter, when I'm coming to LA, she's like, Mama, get me some of them cupcakes. You guys have to know with her baking talent too. She has so many talents, but her baking talent. So listen, Regina, when you were at that courthouse, tell us, I'm sure you baked a few cupcakes. Tell us about that.
Exactly, Kelly. Exactly. You know, when I started at the Inglewood court, that court is a smaller court, and it's like a family. So everybody's there really, really tight knit. But we would have a lot of celebrations at that court. And my baking company, it started at the job. You know, we'd have a lot of events, and, you know, and I'd always take something in because I like to cook. I like to bake. So whatever potluck we had, I always, you know, made something and took it in. And then I'd always bake because I wanted to test the recipe. Because when I was young, my mother had this one Betty Crocker cookbook, and I'd always say, Mommy, can I bake this? And she'd say, yeah, make sure we have all the ingredients. So now that I was out of my mother's house, I still wanted to bake, but there was nobody there.
Oh, your mom first started getting you baking, huh?
Yeah, my mother started me, you know, baking and cooking and all that. So I said, oh, you know what? I can bake some stuff up, and I can take it to work. They'll test it. They eat everything. You know, they'll you know, they're like Mikey. They eat everything. And, you know, that's how I started. I started baking and taking stuff to work and sharing it, you know, from department to department until eventually it grew into a business by accident. Wow. It's an accidental business, Kelly.
Yeah, not God's accident, right? But what we weren't planning on, right? God knew all along what he was baking.
Right.
That's
He
awesome.
was baking up something for me that I had no idea. So, yes, absolutely. Superior Court, all over Superior Court has experienced my baking, has experienced my cooking, and all of that. God was a foundation and gave me the tasting audience that I did to pursue something I love.
So tell us about, Regina, what was that time where you felt God speaking to you that wasn't going to be your place anymore over there at that courthouse? Thanks for joining, Lawrence, Lisa, Sandy.
God puts us in positions, and we don't know why. I got sick, Kelly, and I remember going to work, and I really wasn't feeling well, but I dragged myself there because I had just been out with my son who suffers from asthma. So I dragged myself to work, and unbeknownst to me, that was my last day at work because I was really, really sick. While the Lord had put me in that position of being sick all of a sudden, during that time off, I was praying and I was, you know, thinking, and I was saying, you know, I wish I really could do something different with my talents. And so with me being sick, with me constantly in prayer, the Lord spoke to me.
Wow.
I told him the things that I wanted. And when I say that, I really mean spoke to me like you and I are speaking right now to all the listeners, all the viewers. He really, really spoke to me. And the only reason I believe he spoke to me the way he did is because I was really specific. I was really specific in my prayer. I knew exactly what I wanted. I called out what I wanted, and I went to him in prayer.
That's so huge there, Regina. I just have to touch on that because I've been reading that too. Like, he wants us to ask